Hi everyone, this is Akila. I'm here with my group mates Jyoti, Spandana and Priyanka. We four are here to present about the network designs for smart pharmacy using top-down approaches. I'm dealing with the introduction and business goals of smart pharmacy. Next, it is continued by Jyoti and then Spandana and Priyanka. Now I'm going to introduction part. Here, smart pharmacy deals with medicines and other medical equipments, which is purchased by different producers all over the world. It has many franchises. Um, it consists of to achieve a business goal and technical goals of smart pharmacy. We need to design a network and coming to network security, we need to implement network security to avoid the compromising of clients' business and financial data. Here, managing director of SP uh, does not support cloud-based support. And next, coming to top-down network approach. It consists of step-by-step process. Uh, it consists of 4 steps: analysis, requirement, logical and physical network design, network testing, network optimizing, and documentizing. Next, coming to business goals. Business goals of smart pharmacy. Uh, Here it supplies products from warehouse to franchises. And after then, global suppliers take initiation and they supply the products from regional to international clients as well. It deals on real-time management for all the stores. Here, website acts as host for selling and supplying of all the goods. It provides door-to-door supply of medical goods all over the nation. It also protects the clients with their business and financial related records. Next, coming to the constraints of smart pharmacy. Here we can it consists of 4 constraints: technology, cost, human resource, and timeline constraints. Coming to technology constraint, in this in-house deployment will not include some network functionalities which are offered by cloud services because of high capital expenditure. Coming to cost constraint, here network is to be deployed using the budget allocated by the smart pharmacy for the project. Then after timeline constraint, the project is required to complete it and given time frame, because uh, if there is a delay in project, it may lead to the increase in cost of the project. Coming to human resource constraint, to install, manage, and troubleshoot newly designed network with latest data communication devices, a team of trained IT professionals will be required, which is currently not there in smart pharmacy. That's it. Thank you so much. And hereafter, Jyoti will continue.
Thank you. Thanks, Akila. So, as Akila explained about the business goals and constraints that we have while we are creating the network design for smart pharmacy, we would also have few technical goals that we need to accomplish, or I would say reach, once we have created all the network design and while we are creating it, these should be kept in mind. So first of all, we would see the network performance. When we are creating a network design, we need to make sure that the performance of network is good. It is because if we lose on performance, we lose on clients, we lose on customers, and consequently we lose on business. So our network should be good. It should not, for instance, it should not take forever for a website to load a page. It should be good enough that every customer or client gets what they need based on the performance. Then comes the network security. Security being the being a main I would say main aspect while creating network design for a company, because we cannot let an intruder invade the privacy and confidentiality of a customer or a client or even an employee of our own pharmacy, because nowadays digital identity is everything. Once the credit card details or social security number, anything gets stolen, it breaches the security and the organization cannot survive. So while we are making everything technical and on the fingertips, we need to make sure the security isn't compromised. Afterwards, the network availability. So we have security, we have performance, we need to make sure that the network is always available to be used by customers and clients, because like we said, if it's not available, the customer would not stay for a long time. In this cutthroat competition world, we need to make sure it's available and it should be beating all the competitors. That's how we survive in the business. So designing a network would be successful if these three areas are met. And last but not the least would be network scalability. Since this market is dynamic, there would be a point when there would be fluctuations while, in terms of users of this network. So we might have to expand the network, or there would be times when we would have very few users. We cannot we cannot give more of the resources assigned which are not being used. So it should be scalable. We need to make sure that the network that we are designing, it is scalable and it can be changed at any point of time depending on the demand. So these are the few technical goals that we need to keep in mind while we are creating the network design for smart pharmacy. Coming forward to the next slide, which is trade-offs. Now, to understand the term trade-offs, you need to understand, if we have two different desirable things uh, in terms of technical goals, we should understand which one should be given the first preference. So if at the same time we have security and availability, we need to understand which one should be given the first priority. So to make it easier, we break it down into the percentage or the proportions that helps us to understand which one should be considered first. So security, as we just discussed, being the main important thing in today's world, because it connects with a lot of laws and a lot of private confidential information. Security should be 35%. Availability, performance, they go hand in hand, being a quarter, that's 25% each. And then scalability being the least, because an organization can still survive if scalability is considered the last. Then coming to the user communities, we create the user communities in a network design to understand the different traffic flaws. No, I would say flows. This helps us to understand, how many number of users would be engaged in a particular service or application. So like we would have online clients, we can have n number of online clients that would be flooding into the network. So we just create a group, and we assign number of them, number of users, which region is expected, which region are we expecting them to come from. For example, an online clients should be flexible. It would be coming from Australia because smart pharmacy is available in Australia. Then services and application it would be using would be HTTPS being the securest one, and they would be using the database because every client, every customer puts in the information. Similarly, we have stores, finance manager, network analyst, supply manager, inventory manager, and managing director. So this is how we make it easier. We make our network design smarter to understand everything. So that was my part. From here on, I would forward it to Spandana. Over to you, Spandana. Thank you.
Thank you, Jyoti. So coming to data stores, a data store is a repository for storing them, managing the collections of the database, but also not only the repositions of database, but also stores types like files, emails, etc. Here we have three data stores like servers, tape drive, and HDD or SSD. So server has applications for POP3, SMTP, DNS, DHCP, database, streaming apps, inventory applications, which are located at the warehouse and used by the staff, online clients, and the stores. So tape drive applications have backup tools and recovery software, which is located in the warehouse and used by the network analyst. So the network analyst can back up the tools and all. So if the database is lost, so the network analyst can recover by using the tape drive. And the HDD application, we can have an email client, DHCP or HTTPS, which is also located at the warehouse and used by the staff. So the next one is network applications and traffic flows. So we have many applications here like services of email, services of IP configuration, database, web services, application of streaming, inventory tools, remote applications. So here each application has a different type of flow like client to server, server to client, terminal to host, and peer to peer. So like for example, services of email have a client to server type of flow, which is used by the staff with the protocols of POP3 and SMTP with the bandwidth 2 to 3 Mbps, and the requirements are high. So like this, each type of application has a different type of flow, which is used by the user community with protocols, bandwidth, and requirements. So the next slide is IP addressing scheme. Here we have this table describes all about the subnets like network address, host address, broadcast address, mask, usable range, wild web. Here we have the department like logistics, purchase, storekeeping, accounts, finance, management, and all in the smart pharmacy. Here these are the departments. So each department is allocated IP address. So with all the requirements, the each department is located an IP address. So IP address it plays a vital role in building a network design. And the next slide is device naming. Here in device naming, naming convention is used in network design to ensure the devices, all the servers, network devices, routers, switches, firewalls, these are all allocated by a unique name or the abbreviation so that the network manager of smart pharmacy, he can use easily identify the device and monitor the device, and he have a quick configuration. By looking the abbreviation, the network manager can easily identify the name of the organization, location of the device, device type, serial number, etc. etc. Here, for example, we have smart pharmacy. The abbreviation is like a SP, warehouse as a WH. Like this, all the devising names has an abbreviation. So this is my part. Hereafter, Priyanka will be continued. Thank you.
Thank you, Spanna. Uh, so this is the logical network design of smart pharmacy. As seen in the logical network design, there are three layers as we use or follow the top-down network approach. The first layer is core layer, which is highlighted in pink color. The core layer is responsible for most of the transmission. So the router is placed in core layer between the SP network and the external devices like internet cloud. So there is a need to protect these connections. So a firewall is also placed at core layer between the router and internet. The second layer is distribution layer. So it is responsible for the distribution of network services to the devices at access layer. And it is also as intermediary layer between the core layer and access layer. The third one is access layer. It is end user layer, like most of the end user devices are installed, and the layer 2 departmental switches are also installed in third layer, access layer. In next slide, there is network operations are discussed, like virtual private LAN, uh, virtual private network, then virtual LANs, demilitarized zone, and inventory management applications. And last is redundancy failover. These all operations are performed for like VPN is used to connect the smart pharmacy network to the all the franchises store. Then DMZ is a public server is hosted on the DMZ. So for the online shopping and for elderly people, a DMZ is used. Then redundancy failover is done to when if there is any router or services fail, so the redundancy failover is configured. In next slide, there is the protocols are discussed, the routing and switching protocols. So the routing protocol is open shortest path first. Which calculate like there is too many devices are connected in SP network. So there is a need for a communication path which can connect the source to the destination end. So the open shortest path first is calculate the shortest distance and give a list link in order to transfer the data to the end user. The second is border gateway protocol. It is used to route packets on internet between different autonomous system, and it is an exterior gateway routing protocol which provides stable and error-free routing over the internet. So by quickly restoring to alternative path in case of routing failure. The third one is host standby routing protocol. So whenever there is a failover took in place in the network, the HSRP protocol is working in active passive mode. So if the active router is unreachable, the passive router change its states to active and automatically shift the traffic flow to that router. The switching protocol are spanning tree protocol, address resolution protocol, and virtual LAN trunking protocols. So these are used for, like, suppose spanning tree protocol is used to reduce the data loop in the network. The address resolution protocol use the MAC addresses of the destination ID, destination end to identify easily identification of MAC address, and virtual LAN trunking protocol is also used for it is a server switch to client and client switch to LAN. And in next slide, the security mechanism is discussed, which we use to secure our network. So the first one is IPS, then virtual LAN, virtual private network, access control list, port security, and AAA. AAA is authorization, authentication, and accounting. So it is configured to satisfy the CIA triad and provide effective security to the network. The IPS is configured to restrict the unauthorized users from using the network, and similarly all the security mechanism has some features to secure our network. So in next slide, I would like to conclude our presentation. So as discussed from the first, we use the top-down network approach, which follows the 3 network layers. Also considering the business goal and technical goal of smart pharmacy, the routing, the logical network design is also explained, and with the routing and switching protocols with different network operations. And at last, the security mechanism is also be considered to protect the client's personal data, the credit card information, and organizations, all the organizations financial detail. So here in next slide, the references are also there, which we use to create our presentation. Thank you.